This season is the first time we really get to experience life on Mars. And we see that through the eyes of Bobby Draper, who has returned after her adventures. How has her life changed within the context of her home planet?
She's very confused as to what she wants to believe, but also she's smart and she knows that not everything she's been taught is legit.
Is Mars still home?
Bobby built so much of her own self-image about being a Martian,
Yeah.
and part of that is you have illusions, you have culture, you have tradition, you have all of these elements that blind you. Ty and Danny always talk about the fall of the Soviet Union.
Yeah, they were an economy that just dictated what would be made and what it cost, with a planned economy. And so they had factories just making AK-47s, thousands and thousands and thousands of them, more than they ever would use. The political system fell, and now you had generals whose paychecks were bouncing. They were saying, you know what I've got? 5 million AK-47s in a basement over here. Instantly, the AK-47 became the most ubiquitous and inexpensive weapon on the planet.
A system doesn't know it's been destabilized immediately.
Yes.
And so Bobby's realization is kind of the realization of Mars.
By this point, we've experienced the swarm of razor bug attack. Holden's interest is piqued, obviously.
You see, that's the difference between Holden and Alex. I'm not piqued at all by razor bugs.
There you go.
I just want to get the hell out of there. Alex, born on Mars, but he's never been on a planet of this nature before. He's never been without a suit outside of a dome before. So as exciting as it is, it can also be quite scary. But at the same time, he's incredibly devoted to his family. He's incredibly devoted to the mission.
Okay, so what do we got here?
What we're doing in episode 2 is showing the interior monologue of the Miller construct, the programming, and what it's doing on Ilus. He's been turning on systems.
I'm just flipping switches, seeing what lights come on, and right now that's a switch I can't flip.
The insects that are unleashed are a system. The lightning generation from the ruins, that's a system.
When we broke the story, you talked about if you went into a giant factory that had been turned off and you were trying to figure out what it did. I need some light, so I hit a circuit breaker to turn the lights on. Well, like a conveyor belt over here might also turn on because it's on the same circuit. So when you pull the root and the thing happens, that's connected to some other things that happen later.
And then when he goes on to the next thing, that other thing is still on.
Yeah.
What in the hell did you do?